What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel
Quack.
Partners here.
Yeah.
And we are
Quack.
joined once again by a very special guest,
Yes.
Dakota Farnsworth, a.k.a. everybody's lovable favorite, Kai Monteago
Yay.
from
Oh my
Project
God.
Eden's Garden.
Oh my gosh, the favorite. I love that so much. I love Kaya as well.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. What is it? Oh my goodness. Chapter 1 has just gone so well, and so many great surprises too, and I'm just really glad that the community has eaten it up so much. It really does it means the world to us. Makes my day. I'm really happy that Kai has gotten so much positive reception, because I worked really hard on making him good. So
We can
I
tell.
was like, okay.
Oh, absolutely. It's everything in this project has been a wild time, but yeah, I'm sure we'll go crazy on
Once
how
we get to the
Kai
spoiler wall
and go
for
inside
that.
there.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely.
You have done incredible with it. But yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come join in with us.
Absolutely. I felt bad the last time for rescheduling. I know it's circumstances, so I shouldn't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what is it? I'm glad that we were able to get the time now. And
Absolutely.
what is it?
Yeah, because there was no rush with anything ever,
Nah.
because it's all just, when anyone has time to talk
It's
about it,
chill,
it's just
it's
like,
chill.
want to come in and talk about your experience a little bit. It's not like I'm going to be like, no, you must be here at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening.
What do you? That's exactly what you did. Yeah, how dare you?
How could you?
I can't take this assault right now.
No, don't tell him I'm behind the scenes. No. I'm a nice person.
I'm here to
my
speak
God.
my truth.
Evan exposed. It's my channel now, bitch.
It was always meant to be.
It's the Pixel Partner now.
This coup d'état is going very well.
It was all planned from the beginning. How could you?
This all started.
It started with. It started with. Do you want to play Project Eden's Garden?
No, it started with hello. How are you?
Yeah.
That's how far back it reaches.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Wow, this is going off the rails very quickly.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
great. No, I love it. Oh my gosh. So.
There's Dr. Pap.
Dr.
we
Pap,
talked
the
to
great duck
ducks.
names. Yes, we can talk about the Dakota Farnsworth.
Yeah.
Your pun name for yourself. Oh man, what a wonderful little name there.
Love it.
Yeah, what is it? Like I was telling you guys before, my nickname in high school was Ducky. So it was, and Duck Oda was also like another pun as well. So I was like, oh, like perfect that we're playing a duck game.
Yeah,
You had an obligation.
it was meant to be.
Yeah.
100%. Oh yes. What is it? I embrace my spirit animal.
Good.
Quack.
So, with beginning this, let's go ahead and start everything from the beginning. So, why don't you go ahead and tell us? Well, actually, first, go ahead and tell us a little bit, and everyone else, about yourself.
Yeah.
So hello, my name is Dakota Farnsworth. I have been a voice actor for about 3 years now. I'm currently on my 4th year. Recently, I got involved with Crunchyroll, and that has been an absolute dream come true. I voiced Kai Monteago in Project Eden's Garden. It was the first professional project I have ever been a part of. And it has absolutely kicked off my career. I'm now living in Dallas, Texas, working in the job of my dreams, and it's been pretty incredible. And I cannot thank the project enough, the team behind it, and everyone that's helped push me to get this far. Yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. I'm really thankful to all of the opportunities I've been given, all the people that have been helping me out. So I'd say that's a good intro of me.
Yeah, it is.
It's wild,
watching
dude.
you-
Congrats again on that role, by the way. I watched the first episode the other day.
You do have
did you?
you have a
Yes.
lead
that's so
character
sweet
role.
of you.
Watching you post the updates of the things that you've been getting recently, I've been like,
I was like, oh, look at
chef
this.
and he's cooking.
Look at him go.
I got like 3 more that should be coming out in the next month. So hopefully
let's
I'll be able
go.
to say on those. Yeah.
Awesome.
Was it not just Crunchyroll related, but like other things as well.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So a lot of it's just all kind of popping off right now, which I'm just like, I'm very thankful for that. But I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, which has also been contributing to my massive amount of like no free times.
Oh, true.
Because now you've got all this extra free time disappearing to put in more work.
100%. I think it's moving closer towards my goal of wanting to go full time because I've been working so I do lab work as well outside of voiceover. So I used to be a part of a heart lab, and then now I'm a part of a histology lab, which is essentially like you basically get body parts of like what is it, like different pieces of tissue from like people's backs or cysts or anything to test for cancer. And so I'm doing that on my day job, and then I'm doing voiceover on the side, and I'm trying to push voiceover to be more of like the front, and then I can have both. I can be making money in both, and then when I feel comfortable, I can leave the lab job and start doing this full time. So
yeah, look at you go.
It's very tiring though. I work for the past 3 years. I've been working between 60 to 80 hours a week.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then I work third shift as well, so I'm working 2 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Oh
shift.
man. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
so it's a lot.
Damn.
God, I bet.
Yeah, no, I'm doing my best. So I'm definitely being a trooper about it, and I mean, it's definitely. I think the work has definitely paid off. So,
Oh yeah.
but I feel like I just have a little bit more to go, and Crunchyroll has been so amazing to help me get on my feet here, and a lot of directors have been trusting me, and especially one of the main directors I work with. His name is Jason Lord, and he's been very very supportive, and also has told me that he's like, hey, I really want to see more out of you, and I really think that I really want to see what you can do. So
Wow.
having that kind of trust and having that kind of support is just what keeps me going, you know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, no, it's been really great. So
Nice.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you get to make that transition soon because
Yeah.
you certainly are extremely talented.
Yes.
So
thank you.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at taking compliments. You'll learn that about me.
Oh no, it's
oh,
okay because we're the same way.
Yeah. That is so true.
Oh,
We're the same.
they're bonding. Oh my god.
Compliments. Thank you, but yeah.
Exactly. Oh man.
Literally same though.
So, let's go ahead and talk a little bit, swinging back into Eden's Garden and where everything started off in this. Go ahead and tell us about how you got involved in the project and where your journey in this whole universe of sorts started.
So it's kind of a long story. I'm gonna try and shorten it up because I've straight up been on like 20-minute rants on other interviews about this. So I think we probably shouldn't take up that much time
Gotcha.
with it. But so the quick answer is so I did theater back when I was in high school. My theater director was in the original, well, not the original, but was in the Beauty and the Beast Broadway show.
Oh.
And so her name is Kimberly Cipriani, and when I was in theater, so I wasn't in theater. So when I was in high school, I took choir because I was like, oh well, I'm gonna take just a free class, because unfortunately I was, I wasn't the greatest student, and a lot of us kind of saw it that way, which was not the right mentality to be in any way. I definitely don't like the mentalities of how I was when I was younger, but
Yeah.
That's relatable.
what is
Yeah.
it? But being in that in that environment, Cipriani said that she would really like me to try out for the play. She think I'd be really good, and so I was completely like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then my best friend, who I call my brother, he came up to me one day and he goes, Dakota, I just want you to know I got one of the leads in the play. And he had been trying to get me out of my shell for quite a while because I was actually a pretty this friendly attitude I have. I was actually a pretty shut in for a really long time in my life.
Fair.
Also same.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twinsy.
Oh my gosh, twinning again. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So what is it? He said, here's the thing, I got one of the leads, but I'm going to reject it unless you join the play as well.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, you're a dick.
Spicy. Dang.
Oh man.
So I did that. I proceeded to have an amazing time. For the next 2 years, I did Cinderella on that one. Then I did Oliver Twist, and then Bye Bye Birdie.
Ooh.
And then I ended up going, you know what? I don't know if I don't know if like acting is like a viable career that I can really rely on. So I'm gonna still be in the arts, but I'm gonna go towards something else that I know I'm good at, which is photography. Was something that I was really good at for a really long time. And so I did that quite a bit. I took photos for friends. I took was it senior photos. I would just do like random art pieces that people thought were really cool, and yeah, and that was something to do for a while. And I ended up majoring in college.
Ooh, nice.
And our photography professor, one of them, it was a history of photography. He goes, here's the thing, guys. This is the last day before you can drop out of the class, and you can get a full refund. I am not going to, in good conscience, let you do, what is it? I'm not in good conscience going to let you pay for a class without knowing the situation. And we're like, oh, what's that? And he goes, so photography is a starving artist career, right? And he goes, here's what we're gonna do. He puts up a projector screen, and then he puts 5 photos up. And the first one, he goes, oh, this looks really beautiful, right? It was like a landscape. We're like, yeah, it looks really beautiful. And then for the next one, he's like, oh, this is a picture of a bee. Looks really beautiful, right? And we're like, yeah, it looks really beautiful. And so he goes through the rest of them, and then he goes, okay, only one of these images is a real photo. All of the others are made in Blender.
Oh man.
And so we're like, what the fuck? And so he's like, all right, so here's a pop quiz for today. Tell me which one's the real one.
Oh my god.
And so that was, we were looking through them for a while, and eventually we kind of just gave up because we really couldn't tell. And he goes, well, that was a trick question. All of them are fake. And so we're like, gosh. Oh shit. And he's like, well, here's the thing. Technology is getting to a point where you don't have to go outside to be a photographer anymore. So if you really want to do this, you got to be on your A game, or, maybe you need to go look for something else.
Damn.
And so that was a pretty big wake up call for me, of where I was like, I love photography. I love it so much as a hobby, but as a business pursuit and it's as a living, I don't think that that's something that was a smart idea for me.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed, I don't know, I was never really the guy who's big on the hustle of like, oh, give me money for work.
Yeah.
So that's where like auditioning is a lot easier in voiceover, because I like directors put out, hi, we need someone, and then I apply. I don't just randomly walk up to people like, hi, you need some photography.
True.
Yeah.
So what is it? So eventually, it was in college, I ended up switching to theater because I knew a lot about it already. So I was like, okay, cool. Did that for a bit. Ended up graduating with my associates in theater. And then lockdown happened. And I was trying to figure out, what the hell am I gonna do now? Because this is crazy.
Yeah.
So, what is it? So I ended up looking into I had a friend of mine named Audrey O'Brien, and she contacted me and said, hi, my aunt is in voiceover, and Audrey had seen most of the plays I had done in high school. So I was like, and she was like, okay, so I think you'd be really good at this. Why don't you like give it a shot? Like, why don't you tell me if you'd be interested in it? And there's a game I'm a part of, and they need extras, so maybe I can just give you a recommendation to the director as an extra, and then we can see where that goes. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So I ended up sending some samples of my voice to her. She sent it to the director. I ended up getting cast for it. The project ended up being kind of a bust, and it didn't end up working out. No. But in the time, I had a really fun. I had a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of cool people. And it was just a really enjoyable experience. And so that's what ended up getting me into wanting to go into voice acting. So it was 2020, and I was like, okay, I know from my time in theater that there is a lot of scams in the acting world. So I'm going to spend an entire year learning it, and then I'm going to jump into it, because I want to make sure that my bullshit detector is top tier. Yeah. And I want to know exactly the good and bad things to get into, and what to get into and what not to get into. Yeah. And so I did that for a year, and then in November of 2021 is when I finally officially said, all right, I'm going to start going towards this professionally. And that is exactly when the Eden's Garden audition came out. So that was like my first professional project. Nice. From when I considered myself a voice actor. Yeah. For the process of the audition, though, I went for every male character, I mean. And it was really more of an attestment to the idea of, I really want to just prove that, like, I'm in this, you know. I'm like I want to do this.
Yeah.
And when I saw Kai's character, I read his description and I was thinking about how most people were probably interpreting it. And one of my coaches today, his name's Richard Horvitz. He talked about this for a bit, but I didn't know him at the time, so I kind of just like thought about this intuitively. But I was like, okay, what is this like breakdown of Kai saying? Like, what is this summary of Kai saying? And like what's going on with him? So like in his summary, it was saying that he was this master manipulator. He loves gossip. He loves causing mischief and such. And I was like, well, he's an influencer. So what if like the description is written by someone who hates him? What if that's not actually what he's like at all? What if he's like a completely misunderstood normal guy who just gets like a bad rep because he's an influencer? And so I ended up going with that story in my head, and I think that hit it right on the mark. And so I actually have a journal, and I can't show it now because so there's a journal I have of all of the notes that I took on Kai for that audition. It is filled front to back.
Dang.
Oh, man.
And it what is it? I cannot show it because a lot of the things that I ended up guessing about Kai were actually correct. And I went, okay, now these are spoilers.
Yeah.
You're like, oops.
I can't share this with anyone anymore.
I connected too much.
Yeah, and so I ended up talking to Taco and Soze about it, and I was like, hey, so on top of that, like when I was thinking about Kai's backstory and like how he could have been as a person, I started to connect a lot of my own life to a lot of my earlier youth to it, and I was like, wow, this actually fits a lot, like pretty well and pretty accurately to how my life was growing up. And so I ended up asking Taco and Saze, I was like, hey, let me explain to you my little life story here really quick, and tell me if this is what Kai is like. And so I did. It was like 30 minutes I was explaining to both of them, and Taco just says, I understand if you're gonna have trouble playing this character. And I was like, oh boy. So,
oh man.
Now that I have those things in mind, and now that you know, like so much time has passed since then, I'm very confident that I know Kai front to back. I absolutely love the character. I feel like I was meant to play him. There's a perspective that he has on life that I also have, and I really want to make sure that it is portrayed correctly. And so I'm very honored to be able to have that opportunity.
I honestly can't imagine anybody else as Kai except you.
Yeah, it feels perfect. It
It
feels right.
does. It fits. It fits so well. It really does.
Yeah, and as you said, kind of like with you having that basis of truly understanding the depth of how you thought the character was and how they ended up being.
Yeah.
To where everything that comes out feels extremely natural. You know, it's not one of those weird mismatches where it's like, is that how that kind of person would sound, how their tone would be? You know, it does perfectly. Where every time you hear them speak, it just comes natural, and it doesn't even make you think twice about it being someone voicing a character.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's Kai. Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense too, and I think that a lot of our cast members have also succeeded in that. Actually, I think everyone pretty much has.
Yeah.
Where it's gotten to a point where, I mean, like, what was it? Funny enough, even like Ava's voice, I wasn't entirely sure about it when I first heard it, and then when I heard it in action, I was like, oh, there's no one better for this. There's absolutely no one better for this.
Yeah.
And I think that's that speaks a lot to the amount of work that we put in as actors. A lot of the outside homework that we're willing to bring into it really helps bring it all to life. And I think that we start to learn a lot about the characters, but a lot about ourselves as we play them. And so I think that's been a really beautiful thing about this project. And I think that everyone's doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I give monologue answers, by the way, too.
No, you're
It
good.
is fine. No, that is fine. We love it. It's great.
Yes. I like learning things.
Exactly, because I'm sure this next one will end up turning into a monologue because it's another big question we love to ask, and that is, you know, you've gone into it a little bit so far as you're doing introduction, but after, you know, joining into this project, what are some of the ways that it is improved and changed your life for the better since becoming part of Project Eden's Garden?
So, in terms of how it's changed my life, so the big thing about like and I guess I'll go into a little bit of like like where me and Kai come into a similarity, is that actually I don't know about this. Here, I'll keep it to myself on that front. But
Okay.
basically, in my life, I was always like the small one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I was always kind of the guy where everyone felt like they needed to explain things to me, or like my opinion never quite got taken seriously, or I just felt, or people kind of brushed me off as like not having enough life experience. And so I felt like I really needed to work to be taken seriously, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And work for my own voice. Haha, pun. And so voice acting, getting into Eden's Garden was the first time I did something for myself. And this entire pursuit, and there's a much bigger determination and goal that I have in mind for the future that we'll talk about in a bit. But basically, this entire career is the first time where I felt like I did it because I wanted to, not because anyone else had any input, not because anybody else. Well, I mean, like Audrey saw it for me, but I don't think she saw it to this degree. I'm not saying she didn't believe in me, more of the fact that just like whoever thought I'd be here in 3 years, right?
Yeah.
But this was the first time that I had done something for myself, and I feel so good with it, and I feel very confident in who I am, and that's the kind of clarity that this field has allowed me to have, and getting into Eden's Garden, I've met incredible people. What is it? Treasure are some of my best friends. Same with Kevin. Kevin is such a bro. I have been at his house many times. We were roommates at San Japan. I fucking love the guy. He's one of my, I consider him a brother. What is it? All of our directors, all of the people working on the cast, the crew, everyone's just been fantastic. It's what this project has felt to me is that it's a way for us all to really blossom into who we are as people, and then help and support each other in doing the same thing. And so I would say I think that's my full answer.
Of course.
I think that's my full answer.
Yes, the people along the way.
Yes.
And all the friends that you've made through the entire team.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's been pretty incredible, and I'm happy that I heard a lot of people that were in this project also. This was also their first professional project, and I think that's really incredible of what we've been able to do with a lot of fresh faces that have never done this before. So
yeah, that is very true. Yeah. Oh man, that is wonderful. And it's great to hear all that. Now we can do a little something where we try and do, I would say, a deep dive, but it's not a very deep dive into the mind and interests of Kai Monteago. We're going to ask some fun little questions for you that you can.
Sounds good.
And, yep. So, I think we said that you would just, you would answer them just in opinion based, not necessarily in character or anything. So let's go ahead and ask the classic icebreaker.
Yep.
What would be Kai's favorite pizza topping?
Okay, so I think Kai would be embarrassed to admit it. And I heard this one from Jean and Kevin, but I think I'm going to go with Hawaiian pizza as well, pineapple.
Oh my god, let's go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think Hawaiian, but I also think he's the type of guy that does not want to order pizza unless it has stuffed crust.
Same.
Oh, let's go.
Same.
Let's go. We're not obsessed with stuffed crust over here.
Literally, that's I have to have it, dude. I have to.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. It's so hard not to get stuffed crust after you've had it, and like you've had a good stuffed crust pizza too. Oh my goodness, yeah. I would say pineapple, and then he would probably have to. Stuffed crust would probably be mandatory, as well as bacon bits.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I've had it with bacon too. Wow.
Are we Kai Kenny?
I know.
Oh my gosh! Join the Kai army. I call it Kai's Queens.
I love
let's go.
that.
I'm a Kai Queen right here.
Let's go. The Kai Queens are taking over. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
He is my favorite of the boys. So if that says anything.
Aw. Well, thank you. He's such a fun character to play. I kept this kind of under wraps until like recently of like where I drew a lot of the inspiration from. So part of it comes from I wanted him to have the scared energy of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that
Oh
checks.
man, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I want to have like that. I want to have like dumb energy, right? And so
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull that from like Larry Butts from Phoenix
Oh
Wright.
my
Yes.
god, true.
Oh
And then-
man.
I see the vision. I see it.
It's all coming together.
I was like, because when I was really thinking about it, when I was really like sitting there and thinking about like oh what kind of atmosphere does he bring to a room? I definitely think those are accurate. And then also I imagined what Shaggy and Larry Butts' energies together would be like in a Mean Girls movie. I think that would be my full, yeah. So it was very intricate. It took me a while to come up with.
Oh my God.
That is so great.
It was very helpful though. The directors were really good at writing his description, and they made it clear that they wanted sort of like a surfer dude / valley girl energy, which is where like the Mean Girls idea came from.
Oh my god, yes.
And so I was like, which is where I was like, oh hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, let's party.
Kai always wears pink.
Oh man.
Always wears pink, except when he doesn't.
Except when he's
wearing. Yeah, but even when he's not wearing pink, his hair's pink.
Exactly.
There you go. Unless he's in Treasure, unless he's doing his Treasure stuff.
Oh man, you're moving him up my favorites list if you keep this up. God damn.
He's already been there for
He's
me.
a fusion of everything that I love.
Fake fan, Evan. Fake
Oh my
fan.
goodness, I'm happy that y'all like him so much. Yeah, I was really happy with the reception that he had, and for chapter 1, and I'm also trying not to go into spoiler territory.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Like we're always gonna be careful
Yeah,
with
well,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those where like before moving to the next one, like I have such a difficulty of picking anything that is a quote unquote favorite. I'm like,
You
I'll give
do.
you a top list because I cannot
Yeah.
decide between anything. It's
Sure,
like
yeah.
oh, what's your favorite games? I'll give you 7 of them because I can't pick one.
I'm the same way. So I'm the type of person where if I'm ever asked my favorite game, I go, okay, this is my favorite game, but objectively, this other game is the best thing I've played.
Like I have a classic
Like-
thing where it's like oh, if it's favorite game, it's like okay, if I'm gonna go like single player esque, I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Snake
categories,
Eater. If I'm going
yeah.
multiplayer, it has to be Halo 3. But it's like what's
Oh
your
my
favorite of those?
gosh.
I'm like I can't choose a favorite child.
Yeah.
Listen, you got some mad respect points for dropping a Halo 3 in this conversation.
Listen, I was a teenager like in the prime Halo 3 time, custom game lobbies all day long. Oh man.
That was one of my first Xbox games.
Yeah.
I think that was my second actually.
Ooh-wee.
Nice.
Yeah, no, Halo 3, I was in love with Halo 3. I played that campaign like 4 or 5, well, no, way more than 4 or 5 times, probably like 20 times, honestly.
I really don't want to know how many hours I threw into that game. I'll regret how much time was in there.
Oh my gosh, I was a part of the old clan battles and stuff like back when what is it? Oh boy, what was the XIFX days and
Oh my God.
FaZe and
Oh my God.
yeah, all of the different clans that were around there. Yeah, I was in XIFX. I don't know if you know what that one was.
It sounds a little bit familiar. I'm trying to rekindle that memory from God knows how
Take
long
it
ago
out of
that
the
was
vault.
to me. 18 or so
my
years
gosh.
ago.
18. God.
I was absolutely terrible. I was absolutely terrible in comp, but I absolutely loved the team. They were really fun. But
Oh man.
oh my gosh, yeah, no. What is it? I would say Mass Effect is my favorite game of all time, and then. If I was like objectively, but this was the best thing I've ever played, I would say objectively Baldur's Gate was Baldur's Gate 3 was one of the best things I've ever
That was
played.
that was
Yes.
an amazing experience when that came forward. Wrapping that
Yeah.
back into
Oh, true.
Eden's Garden again, it's because my
I'm
top
so
3.
sorry.
Oh, no,
No, you're good.
no, you're good. Because I also I went with the tangent because it's just a fun little chat. Because for me, it's like if I have to go top 3s, it's somewhere between like I've got Diana, Cassidy, and Kai are up there. Is like it's just depending who's on screen talking is how my favorites bounce around in that one really.
Yeah.
But like it's like I can't pick a favorite because it's like I said, depending on who's talking, they jump up in that list probably
That's
every
true.
single time. I'm like, aha.
Yeah, that's super fair. The thing is like Tozu. So my
I love
favorites would be.
Tozy.
I love him so much. I just wish he was there more. You know.
Same.
That is so true. Yes.
Just have
Yeah,
him be
like-
lurking. Just have him be like around
Yes,
the corner
please.
and just say
Have him-
just there.
Have him take one of the podiums.
Yeah.
Do
Oh
it.
my god.
Just let him be there. Just let him sit there.
I just want to be here.
I want to feel included.
I want to partake.
I want to be a part of the cool kids table.
I feel left out.
I feel. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, he what is it? Tozu is one of my favorites. I would bump him up to the #1 spot if it were just he just had more time.
Yeah. Probably
think,
same, to be honest.
Yeah, and I would say for #1 spot right now is Damon.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I originally didn't see him as my favorite. I was like, oh wow, this guy's an asshole. But like, what is it? One of our programmers, Spades, was talking to me about Damon, and was like, yeah, the reason I like Damon is because he's never not being the ultimate debater. And I'm like, what do you mean? And like, oh yeah, like Damon is always like being critical of everybody and always thinking about like the alternatives and what people are really up to, and like, you know, thinking about things on a openly objective point of view. And he is the only person that is always using his ultimate. And I was like, that's a really cool reason.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Oh man.
100%.
Yeah.
What is that? So yeah, Damon, Tozu, and then Jet would probably be my
Oh, let's
favorite.
go. Oh, let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's so fucking amazing. I love all these characters so much.
They are all great and fantastic, and I can't wait to get to know more of them, especially ones that are hiding in the background right now and being all mysterious. Looking at
yes,
you, Mark.
Mara.
I want to know more about Mark and Mara. Yeah,
Mark,
too.
Mark. Okay, yeah,
Mara
yeah,
and Mark. But I'll
too.
just be like, what are you?
Both of the
Yeah,
Mars.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying just both of the Mars.
Both of the Mars.
Both of the Mars.
It's a curse. The Mars don't have character development yet. What is it? That's the thing. I would love to love Mark, but as where he stands right now, he's kind of just like angry boy to me, and I'm like, I want to love him so much, but that's all. Like that's as far as his character development seems to have gone so far. So I'm just kind of waiting for him to kind of have like one of those pop-off moments.
I just can't wait for him to have the craziest character backstory or the craziest crash out in Danganronpa-esque history.
I hope so much. I want to see Mark be just like and I'm sure every character is going to have those moments too, of where they're just in the full spotlight and we get to see the actors shine and we get to see the characters fully come to life. And you know, we've had those moments for a lot of characters, but I really hope Mark gets that soon.
Yep. It's like it turns out that he was like into opera and extremely operatic as a child, but then everyone made fun of him, so he just kind of reclused inside, and now he just DJs.
I could believe that. I think I could totally believe that.
Yeah. Oh man.
He does seem like he'd be a theater kid.
Yeah.
And tries to hide it in his little alligator hat.
I love the alligator head.
Oh.
That alligator hat, I think Justin has one.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think he got it made. I wanna have to double check on that. But yeah, I know someone in our crew has Mark's hat.
I love
Nice.
that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Yeah, this team is amazing.
Truly.
Oof.
All right, next question. Obviously, Kai is known for his ultimate talent that he has, but what do you think would be a lesser known hidden talent of Kai's?
Ooh. That's a good question. Oh wow. Hidden talent. I think genuinely, if he was more confident and he wasn't so stuck on thinking everyone was like judging him, I think he would be incredibly social, incredibly friendly, and I think he'd be the guy everyone likes. Like I think he'd be the guy that has no enemies. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like,
Yeah.
I think he would just be like the guy who's always thinking about everyone else's like feelings and emotions while also not being someone that gets like stepped on. You know? I think he really would be like everyone's best friend. Like I really do.
I love the boy. I love the boy.
Dude, I adopted him. He is my
Yeah,
son.
you did.
And I will fight the world for him.
Oh man.
Yeah, he is a wonderful little bean. He definitely needs to grow some confidence. But I
Yes.
like, and we'll talk about this soon with chapter 1. But he is
Yeah.
starting to kind of gain that confidence, and I'm really
Yeah.
like. It's funny as an actor because like when you get really close to a character, they almost feel like a friend to you, you know?
Yeah.
So when I see Kai doing those things and start standing up for himself and also just like the entire group, I go, wow, you're like this is really cool to see you grow, man. Like I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
Like this is really cool.
I just noticed your duck has children.
It just spawned children like 10 seconds ago. Little ducklings.
It's the Kai Nation.
It
They're
is.
coming out here.
It's true. Look
It's
at
my
them.
followers.
It is.
Hello.
It's the followers. Let's go.
There's 3 so far. Let's go.
Oh man. Now then, I'm sure that Kai travels the world as an influencer, has seen everything, but let's say he wanted to go somewhere for fun. What would be
Ooh.
Kai's dream vacation?
Oh, dream. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I told you about that big journal. I've never thought of that. I've never thought of where he would want to go.
We've scored an original question. Let's go.
Let's go.
You've done it. You've done it. Oh, that's a good question. Oh wow. Yeah, you're hitting me with a lot of really good ones.
We're
Thank you,
we're
thank
making
you.
you think.
I've heard, the thing is, it's funny. So, like, going a little bit off topic, but I've been in actually a lot of interviews since Prologue came out, and which I always think is funny because I'm like, hey guys, like, I thank you so much for the opportunity. Not you guys, but like some of the
Yeah.
other interviews. I'm like, thank you so much for the opportunities, but oh my goodness, there are also like 16 other cast members. Please go interview some of them. What is? I don't think I have ever been asked that question before.
Thank you. If there's one thing, I remember talking about this before, but it was like, I get it that at this point you're tired of answering, how do I become a voice actor for
Oh
the
my God.
19th time in a row this month?
Oh no, not at all. So I actually would really like to be a teacher in the future. So
Ooh.
having the same questions be asked, like I one, I expect it, and two, it's not like it's not a negative feeling in any way. I love
True.
answering those types of questions because I think there was a time I was asking those questions. I'm more than
True.
happy to help.
Yeah, that is true. Just try to mix things up a little bit so you have a unique experience over here.
Oh, this is definitely a unique experience.
Yeah, let's go.
You already did so with the duck game, so like everything else after that has just been nothing short of a blessing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
What is it? Oh, okay. So for a dream vacation, okay, I know exactly where.
All
what
right,
is it?
perfect.
So specific time of year as well. It's somewhere. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the answer is Germany.
Let's go.
And so in Germany around Christmas, there are these Christmas markets, and
Yes.
they are incredibly beautiful. They just pamper up the entire market to look just insanely pretty. And I think Kai would be in heaven. I think Kai would feel so homey. I think Kai would just feel nothing but happiness from start to finish. So I think he would go to Germany around Christmas time. That would be my answer.
Ooh.
I love that. I have a personal bias because I'm half German pretty much because of my family. So
Yeah.
personal bias, but yes, I love
You're
it.
just like, yes, German.
Hey, I'm Irish and German. So
Ooh.
Let's go.
I also have some
Let's go.
Irish in my blood. What's going on?
let's go.
Let's go.
Twinning.
Oh my gosh. All
goodness.
right. Next question.
Yeah. What is
So, if a career based
Ooh,
off of
true.
his ultimate wouldn't pan out, the influencer thing just came crumbling down one day,
God forbid.
what would Kai's backup plan be?
Oh gosh.
His backup career.
Would he have a backup?
I think he could probably. I think he might. Well, so I think. Have you seen his free time events for?
I'm trying to think. I think we did 2 of them
did
for
2 of
him.
them.
So I don't think I've seen
Okay.
the
I
final
wanted to
2.
do all of them, but you
I know
said
you
that
did.
we had
I
to expand.
wanted to put in a little bit of
Yeah.
variety in there.
So he likes coffee, which
Yes,
Same.
he
yes.
was.
We went through that
Yeah,
one.
he was
Yeah.
sponsored by Stella Dalla.
Yeah.
And, so I think, knowing Kai, he would probably lean towards wanting to make like a coffee shop.
Oh, let's
Ooh.
go.
Yeah, I think he would want to make it like a cafe coffee shop style thing, something like his own brand, something new, something fresh. And I think it would be the type of thing where every week there's like a specialty drink that's only around like once a week every year.
Oh my god.
And that's for every week that you're there. I think something along those lines. I think he would start a coffee shop and then try to like shake it up every week.
Oh,
I love
yes.
that.
That's wonderful. Hooey. And one final little question, because he is the ultimate influencer, spends a lot of time on social media, probably spends his time going through reels and all kinds of shorts and everything like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Scrolling through his feed, what kind of genre of shorts and all that kind of stuff do you think would dominate
What would his algorithm
Kai's
be?
feed? What would his algorithm be
Oh my gosh.
when he's going through
a dangerous
social media?
That's a dangerous question. Because I remember there was an interview where I was asked what TikTok dance would he do.
Oh my gosh.
I basically said I can't answer that. Now, as far as shorts go, I think what is it? Okay, I think he would never admit it, but I think he would like watching those reels about like puppies doing really cute things.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think he would be too embarrassed to admit it, but I think he would like to watch the like those puppy like videos
Oh my
and
God.
shorts. I also think he would like to do, I think his feed would also be probably a lot of jewelry. What is a lot of jewelry influencers and just seeing like new fashion trends and clothing and such. So I'd say puppies, clothes, and jewelry.
That checks.
That sounds absolutely right.
Excuse me, I am also getting over a cold a little bit. Apologies.
Oh, you were fine.
Yeah, puppies and cats are a lot of my Instagram.
Yeah,
reel
mine is
feed.
that, and then food that I'm never gonna actually be able to cook. But
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh my gosh,
interested in being
same.
like,
Oh
I bet
my
I can
gosh.
totally make that.
But will you? Probably
but
not.
No. It's like, how much those ingredients cost? $60. One day I'll make that.
Yeah, I remember being like, "Oh, Wagyu looks really great. How
Yeah.
much?" Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind.
Oh,
Never
man.
mind.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Was it
man.
so I can't be trusted around a kitchen. That's my thing. I think Kai would also be a part of this as well. I have almost started several fires.
Oh no.
And what is it? One of the times I'll share with you here is there was a time when I was trying to make I was making chocolate fudge like desserts for Halloween, right?
Okay.
And so I had these chocolate fudge and then I had marshmallows on top that I shaped to look like eyeballs.
Nice.
And then I was trying to get chocolate syrup to kind of drizzle on top. So it was going to be very diabetes, but that's okay.
Sounds good to me.
It was fantastic. But what happened is I was like, oh, I'm gonna put a bunch of chocolate chips into a bowl. And so I did. And I put them in the microwave. And I was like, all right, so I'm going to probably have to melt this. So let's go for like about 10 minutes.
Oh,
and so I pressed it for 10
no.
minutes. And so then all of a sudden, ding, 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 my email goes off. I go, oh my gosh, I have an email to go check. And so I walk away. And before I know it, 10 minutes goes by. Ding, ding, ding. I turn around and it looks like my door looks like the fog gate from Dark Souls.
Oops. Oh my
And
god.
I remember all I did was I just screamed at the top of my lungs, Mom.
Oh my god, that is so fair.
Oh no.
Oh, so funny. Yeah, no, stuff like that has happened to me a lot. I've learned to
Oh.
have someone in the kitchen that knows what they're doing to help me and help teach
As
me what
backup.
not to do.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, as soon as you said 10 minutes, I was like, uh-oh.
I was like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. Which that was like one of my first times cooking ever. So like I was like, oh, like I can't be too hard on myself. But I've also done it consistently enough where I went, okay, maybe I should just not cook a lot. So when I see those reels as well, where it's like all of this really good food, I'm like, damn, I wish I could make that, but
Right.
I don't trust myself. And I know
Yeah.
the second I start cooking, my boyfriend's gonna go, do you need help? And I'm gonna feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah.
Maybe if you want to help
Oh,
me.
no. Say please. Can you make the dream come true?
To make the dream.
Does it give him the puppy dog eyes? And
Yep.
he's like, please help me.
Yep.
Please.
I would do that with Evan, but neither of us cook. So, but if we did, that's what I mean.
I cook
Hey,
enough.
DoorDash.
I
is
know
a
my
saving
limits.
grace or stuff like that.
That
Yeah.
and like Stofers. We live off of frozen meals. That's how I know that 10 minutes is a long time in the microwave because I make so many microwave meals.
Oh
because
yeah.
I
What is
cook.
it? I actually,
Not
I used
because
to
I
do
cook.
Stouffer's a lot actually.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, I lost the duck, but
where'd he go? Oh, no.
man, the camera just switched and did the thing that I hate that does every time. But
Where
I'll
did
find
Dakota go?
I'll find Dakota
There he is.
eventually.
Dakota.
Yep, but now unless I go to my
Ah.
computer, I have to press right bumper until it goes to that exact duck. Which
Oh,
there's
Okay,
oh,
I think
there we
you
go.
got it. You got it.
I think so. Let's go.
He's back.
And with that, let's go ahead and
He's
throw
almost
down.
at the elevator. Oh.
Yep, it's time. Oh, that other one's gonna go. He's taking the slot
it's
for
the
him.
elevator.
Sacrificing self for you.
Oh no.
But with this, gonna throw down the ding 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 spoiler wall.
Yep.
From this point
Okay.
onwards, we are going to be talking about Chapter 1 and the prologue in depth and everything about it. For anyone watching, if you've not seen it or played it for yourself, number one, where the hell have you been? Go do that right now. Go. But we are no longer liable for anything that is said and spoken for at this point onwards.
Pause it if you haven't
Exactly.
seen it or watched or played it or whatever. Like, pause it, go do that, and then come back to the interview.
Even if you've
Go
done it once
play
before,
it.
go play it
Yeah,
again.
go play
it
it.
again.
It's free.
It
It's
is.
free.
Do it.
Go play. Do all of Kai's free time event.
IO. Do it.
And with that, the floodgates are open. We can now talk about Chapter 1.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
we
Now
want.
we can.
We can talk about the madness and the sadness at the same time. Because what a heckin' Chapter 1 that was.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. It was so crazy. I'm really happy with the direction it went. I'm sure. What is it? I'm sure you have some topics specifically you're looking to talk about too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited.
There's so much we can talk about. And we can start number one with the obvious ones of such as the students that have left the game now. What was your reaction upon discovering for the first time what was going on?
Dude, we were shook.
We were
Oh my
shook.
goodness. So what is it? I had a much different experience from a lot of the other cast members. So I think I'm one of the it was me and Carlito. I think that was it. I think we were the only two that knew both
Oh.
before while we were recording it. Which I was like, that's kind of weird. And so because like for me, like I didn't really have any lines that would have alluded to what is it, Ava.
Mhm.
But as far as Wolfgang, I basically went, well, Wolfgang's body.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was
absolute panic. Yeah.
yeah.
The
And so I was like,
dude.
oh, 100%. Oh my gosh, that scream was. Oh, I felt so good about that one.
It was
It was
so
good.
good.
Thank you. What is it? Was it Renaka, which is Desmond's VA, asks me every once in a while. He's like, "Dude, can you help me learn how to scream?" And I'm like, "Sure, man."
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, no, I absolutely love the like. That's again with like the shaggy coated like part of Kai is like I
Yeah.
can kind of just let loose, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, this is so fun. But as far as it being Wolfgang and Ava, I think it definitely shocked me
Mhm.
that it was both of them. But when I really thought about the direction of where the story was going, and I really thought about like what this would do and how this would impact the story, I went, I don't really see how it could have been anyone else. Like
yeah.
it really was the right direction for the story to go, at least in my opinion. For learning about Wolfgang, I thought that was insane because I was like, I thought for sure that him and Damon were gonna have some kind of like Phoenix Wright versus Edgeworth debate over
Yeah.
a death.
That was my
And-
thought too, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
never mind."
Yeah,
Okay.
the whole prologue sets you up to be like, okay, I know the rival of the game now, you know, and then they're like, psych!
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's such a curveball, and I was
Yeah.
so excited that it was that it had diverted all forms of expectation, at least for me, and I know a lot of people. I'm just like that makes it even more exciting because like who wants a murder mystery where you know it's gonna happen all the time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what is it? Wolfgang dying and then it being Ava. I found out it was Ava when I was reading the script and something was a Kai says she's just a mathlete. And so
Mm.
I had just done that line thinking that, oh, it was like an insult or something to someone. And Suzy goes, "Do you get it, Dakota?" And I'm like, "What? Do you get it, Dakota? What?" And I was like, and she goes, and she basically went, "What is it? Ava's, what is it? Ava's the ultimate mathlete." And I'm like, "What? What the fuck?"
What?
And so I actually, I don't know if it was just how it was presented to me, but at first I was kind of like, "Oh no, I really hope this isn't a twist that people are like, damn, I kind of hate this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because that is like a huge change of plot. But after seeing the chapter and after seeing it all together, I was just like, no, this feels right. Like, because if we had done the same twist later in the game, everyone would have been like, oh, that's a cop out, you know. But like doing it so early from the start, I was like, no, that's actually like the right time to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And also, oh my goodness. Oh boy.
All right.
All right, so here's one of like the big theory things that happened with me. So the handbook thing, it said it's what told us that she's the ultimate mathlete. So what it also said was that thing was a bunch of stuff like for Kai, for example, it said Kai hates hats.
Yeah, the hat thing.
Hats.
Yeah.
Yes.
He likes hats.
Yes, and so he even said, he was like, I don't even know where that rumor came from.
Yeah.
So the thing that really caught my attention, it means that the handbook can be wrong. And that opens the possibilities so much to what could happen in the future.
Yeah.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I remember Kevin was talking with us about that for a while.
Oh yeah, we've heard so much from Kevin.
Yeah.
Full on red string on the cork board. So much from him.
Oh yeah, we were having we had a whole like 3-hour session where me, Dylan, and Kevin all sat in a call just theorizing and we thought we had something pretty solid, and so I ended up presenting it to Sweden and being like, hey, this is what we found, and Sweden straight up read the first sentence and went, this is stupid. And I'm like, okay, thanks.
Damn.
It's like, oh,
Damn.
ouch.
We got shot down immediately, and I still don't think he's read the whole thing. I still don't think that he's read like even like 20% of it.
Oh God.
I love Sweden though. I love him so much. He's a great guy.
Oh, this is awful.
Yeah, I felt like the kid in South Park where Mr. Garrison was like, "Oh, what's 5 times 2?" Now, don't be shy, children.
Yeah.
Yes, Clyde. 12. Okay, and then just the rest of that. I won't repeat the rest of that scene, but yeah, you know, you get it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's how I
gosh.
felt. I felt like the kid. I was like,
Fair
yeah,
I was like, oh, wow. I thought I was onto something.
yeah.
I made this
And
macaroni art for you.
That's exactly how I felt. It was crushing. It was so crushing.
This is not going on the fridge.
No, unfortunately. I was proud of it in the moment, but I was like, oh.
Maybe that's what they want you to think.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
To steer you away from the truth.
Yeah, you know, I hope that's not the answer, because I'm gonna feel like, wow, you were really mean.
That's fair.
Oh,
But,
man.
Yeah, no, what is it? For the people who aren't around anymore, I think I was talking about this a while ago to like Snow and a bunch of the cast members, but the thing that worried me about starting off the killing game was that we have all gotten to know each other so well over the course of being on the project that for us, it doesn't just feel like we lost a character. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it feels like we're losing the cast member as well. So there's a lot of emotion behind that for us, of like, because they're going to be on the project, they're still members of staff, but
Yeah.
like I'm sure you all know at least a bit about how the voice acting game works. Is you're spread thin to all of these different projects, and it's based on, you know, what work you're taking on. And even though, yes, they are still a part of the server, they still got to go do their other endeavors. You know, they still got to go do these other things and use what they learned here to push towards their futures. And so we are not going to see them around as much. And that is kind of sad, you know?
Yeah.
So it's what we signed up for, but I don't think any of us expected to get this close. But that's not like a bad thing. It's just more of a, you know, we feel very connected to it. We feel very connected to this experience, and it's definitely a pleasure and a privilege to do so. But at the same time, very emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I get emotional just playing the game. I can't even imagine how you guys feel.
Yeah.
Oh, I think all of us cried when Prologue came out. I think everyone did.
No.
I bet.
I know I cried twice because that's when we saw the quality and we saw what we did and we saw how well we did and we saw how it all came together. We were like, wow, we just did this.
True.
Yeah.
Wow. And we all sat in a room. Well, not all of us, but a bunch of us sat in a room together. We're like, dude, we just did it.
Yeah.
We just did it. This is great.
It's huge.
Is so great.
Yeah, it came out. It all worked out as great as you could expect.
It's just so good.
Like, yeah.
Better than you could expect, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah, because, having ideas can be great enough, but to actually be able to execute everything in such a positive and extremely good way, it shows, number one, the talent of the team and everyone involved. But, just to be able to actually pull off everything that was dreamed of is, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think, yeah. I think that it's inspiring for us as artists to be able to do it, and then I know it helps a lot of artists in our community, kind of question what they can and can't accomplish on a much more positive front.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's been a prime motivator for me as an actor as of recent, is wanting to help build that message of like, yeah, you can go do these things. We just did it on a $0 budget. Why can't I think Eden's Garden stands even more than as a free to play fan game. It stands more as a symbol of if you want to do something really cool with your life, there's nothing stopping you, not even money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what the project means to me. So
awesome. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
gosh, I'm monologuing so much.
No, it's fine. No, go ahead and talk all you want. That's fine. That's what we're
it's
here for.
Oh, Grace is going in the
Grace
elevator.
is going in the elevator. Bye, Grace.
Bye, Grace.
Why,
Is
Grace?
this a premonition?
You stole the elevator from me. That's per usual.
I've been in here for so long. You've been bouncing around it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, one day.
It's like, yeah, you guys are both there. She's like, move, soybean, and then just goes.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to start the trial.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's procrastinating.
Maybe it's because Kai saw the executions. When we go into that now, when
Nice
the first
segue,
time you
nice
saw
segue.
the execution, what was your reaction to seeing it for the first time?
So I had actually done the playtest for Chapter 1, and so I ended up, which that was pretty funny watching everyone else's reactions, because I knew pretty much the story from start to finish before the game came out, which is obviously a very, very different experience from most of the cast.
Yeah.
And so the only two things that weren't implemented by the time that I had done it were the final battle between Ava and Damon. I had not played that game at all. And then what is it? The execution wasn't done yet. But what they had told me was, and I don't know if you all noticed the runtime on it, but most Danganronpa executions are 1 minute and 30 seconds around. That one was almost 4 minutes.
It did feel like it felt like a roller coaster of emotions.
It was longer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. I was so
We were just
enraptured
invested.
by it that I didn't realize how much longer it was than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm glad that no one noticed, but until, like some people did, but not a lot of people did, and I think that just tells us how entranced people get in the content that's made for the game.
Yeah.
And so when I eventually saw the execution, I had already played it. And Taco and I were on call, and Taco was like, "Have you seen it yet?" And I'm like, "No." And Taco was like, "Oh, get in here." And so me and Taco ended up watching it together. And what is it? I remember watching it, and when she fell onto the protractors, when Ava fell on the protractors, I remember just going, "Oh,
yeah,
that's terrible." And Taco was like, "I know, right? I grew it myself." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you're terrible."
It's terrible. I know, right? It's awful. Do you have any notes for next time? How can I make it worse?
Yeah. Yeah, no. So it was. I was not expecting for it to be as brutal as it was, and I remember that being a thing where, me and Snowy, what we like to do for the team is we like to help the marketing side. So we go to a lot of Twitch streamers, and we'll go in their chat, and we'll make them like personalized DMs, or we'll send like letters of like thank you for playing the game. And I think one of the most common reviews that we got of chapter 1 was that the execution was easily the most brutal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least one, like for some of them, they said it was the most brutal thing that the most brutal execution they've ever seen in Danganronpa, which I thought Leon's was kind of worse in my opinion, but
Yeah.
other than Leon's, like I would definitely agree. It definitely was like gritty, and there were times where I visually cringed.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's yeah, no, it was a crazy execution. I'm like, yeah,
Dude,
I felt all the emotions
the
in
play
it.
on words with the mathlete and the math
And then being
and
on
the
a treadmill.
and then just
I didn't even notice that until I was listening to these interviews today with you guys. I had no idea that was a thing. I really didn't.
because I think I heard it from somebody else previously before, and I was like, oh my god, they're right. It's
Yeah.
It's like it's an athlete but with math, and it's god, it's almost even more insulting, to be honest. It's like, I'm turning your death
100%.
into a pun. Enjoy.
And the one thing that you hated so much in this chapter, it's like, oh, have fun. Oh man.
Like, god.
Yeah, that's it's a brutal execution. I definitely the pun side of it too. Yeah, again, a lot of that stuff I didn't even realize until I was listening to your videos today, and I was like, oh damn, this is a lot more brutal than I
It
realized.
really
Yeah.
Oh, and
man.
it just got the reaching out to the mannequin. It's just, and then falling, and it's just, oh my god.
Yeah, and all the biblical references too, like her having what is it, the screw, was it the screws in her not
Yeah,
screws,
the god, what do you call it?
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know where you're going on that one. I just can't
Yeah.
get it
yeah,
right. But
the
yeah,
things.
the things. We'll call them the things.
The thingies, and it was in her hands. I was like, oh wow, this is
Nails.
messed up.
Yeah, that's
There we go.
nails. Yeah,
Yeah.
nails.
You were close.
Yeah, I was almost there.
Screws more
I was,
brutal,
I was
honestly.
several letters
Yeah.
off, but you know.
Oh
But yeah,
man.
no. The same concept.
Yeah, they do the
Yeah.
same thing, kind of, sort of.
Exactly, totally.
It just doesn't screw, it nails.
No, yeah.
Uh-huh. I guess you could say that Ava was screwed though.
No.
Oh,
There we go. Yes. Oh man.
oh my goodness.
So, is there a favorite line of yours that you got to deliver through the game so far? Any favorite delivery or anything like that?
That's a big question.
Whatever was the most fun or the most satisfying?
I would say, well, so I definitely would say it's now, and now it's oh shit.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't originally. I actually sent that, and I told Saze. Saze was well, so me and Saze were in a live direction setting together, and I had delivered the line, and Saze was like, "Oh, that's perfect," and I'm like, "Really? You sure?" Like I was very certain it was a blunder. Like I was like, "Oh, this is like I think this is gonna be a blooper line. I don't think this is what we're gonna keep," and it's sure enough. What is it? When Prologue came out, I was actually a little bit late to playing it. I was like a day or two late. Just because I had other life responsibilities going on.
Yeah.
And so I ended up coming into the server, and a bunch of fans just started going, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "They kept it."
That's how you found out.
Yeah. And so,
Oh man.
and so a bunch of the fans were like, "That's our favorite line." And I remember
Oh my God.
being in a meeting call with Kevin, and Kevin goes, "Hey Dakota," I'm like, "What?" "Oh shit!" I'm like, "You too?" Like, and he goes, "Yeah, that was like my favorite line, bro." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess you all know better than me. I thought it was a blunder. I thought I didn't do very well on that line." But now that like I've heard it for so long, yeah, it's definitely become my favorite because it's just hilarious. I love it. It's so
Yeah.
authentic.
It really
It's not what
I died when I heard
it came from a very real place.
Oh,
it. Really did.
Ah, shit.
It's like, oh, fair. I felt that.
yeah. Oh, it's happening.
he's
Oh my God!
going.
It only
Oh
took
my
an
God,
hour
he's
and
doing it.
5
Oh my
minutes. It's
God,
happening.
Look at him go.
Oh, he's doing it so
He's
fast.
moving on. He's
All right, now please go to the
Yes,
camera
the
shot because
camera
sometimes
shot.
it doesn't work. But let's see if it happens so you
Please
can
do
see it
the
for yourself
thing.
now.
Do the thing
Do the
game.
thing.
Game, please.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Don't be stuck.
You gonna do the thing?
Don't be stuck. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Game, you piece of garbage.
No.
Oh no!
There
it's
you
not
go.
doing it for me.
Yes,
Oh,
there it
oh,
is.
Look at that.
Split camera angle. That's so good.
Isn't that
It is.
insane?
It is so good and so bad at the same time.
Evan, we discovered it during one of these. And Evan, when you picked this game out, you had no idea there was an elevator, let alone that it had that angle shot.
Yep, hadn't even played this level before.
It's literally
The
insane.
exact angle.
Oh,
it was
man.
fate. It really was.
It really was.
And then, yep, there he is.
Oh man.
Oh, there he is. Oh, cute
Look at
little-
him. He doesn't want to leave the elevator. That checks out.
Ah, he's getting thrown out now.
There he goes. Oh,
There he
yep,
goes.
no.
Goodbye, buddy.
He's a duck with attitude.
Oh man.
He's back.
Nice.
I would have laughed. He immediately got shot out.
Oh my god, yeah.
All the effort to get up here, and he's just
And then
immediately
just
gone.
leaves. Oh man.
Excuse me.
You are all good. Man, I'm trying to think of what else we can
I know.
put in here. We've been going for an hour now on this one, but I love it. It's been great
There's
every
something
second.
very important that I must talk about.
Okay, oh boy, I'm ready.
Of course.
They were roommates.
They were roommates. Okay.
They were
Oh
roommates.
my
Oh
god,
my gosh.
they were roommates.
I was so happy.
Same.
man.
Because we have our not to plug it or anything, but we did a let's play of it on our channel, and my reaction was of pure joy. I was just like, yes.
Oh man. Yeah.
I will have to check that out after this. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it was so their dynamic is it's so
great.
good. It's so good.
It's great, and like that tweet that you put up of just the Bert and Ernie dynamic.
Oh my god, it's so true.
I was like, that's literally that.
I saw a what is it? Because I was looking up gifs because I was you know how like when you try to react in a funny way to a friend, you try to find a gif that kind of like fits the mood. So I was looking up something and I saw the prompt angry, so I clicked on it, and then the first thing that came up was Bert and Ernie, and they were roommates in a bedroom, and one was angry and one was happy, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's Damon and Guy.
Yeah. Like, I wish I could have found it because I was going to reply to that tweet with a video of, like, something that I had seen. I remembered the clip of them on Instagram I found before where it was like, good night, Bert, or good night, Ernie. You too, Bert. I was like, that's not how you say good night. You don't say you too. You too, Bert. I was just like, it's so them.
That is 100% them.
Oh, my God.
And then we had someone in the community who was making like a was it a ship war or something like that?
Yeah.
And so I had seen the posts when it was at like right at the end where it was Demon Kai, was a Kaimon, and then Grace and Wolfgang. And so I was like Lumi, Dad, sorry about this, but Kaimon assemble. So I just like rallied the troops, and I was like, everybody, we need to vote. Kaimon needs to be the supreme ship.
Yes.
A ton of fans got in on it. It was an overwhelming success.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Because like
Oh, man,
literally
this is
something
so
that's
funny.
so funny to me is that I draw, at least when I am not in art block. I had art block for like 3 months, and I couldn't finish anything but like maybe a sketch or two. And the thing that gets me out of art block is drawing Kaima.
Are you serious? Oh my god, that's so funny.
I put it on my Twitter, and then it's just I put it in the server too, and like from then on, I've been fine with drawing. It's so funny.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love their dynamic. I'm glad that gets you out of an art block thing.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh my gosh, what is it? Yeah, that I love their dynamic, and what is it? The thing that I'm really excited about, and I hope it gets explored is, I wasn't expecting them to be in this way. I really didn't think Kai was going to get hit like a shining moment until like later in the story. So I'm like, I'm really glad that it's happening this early.
Same.
Yeah.
I think like narratively, Damon is teaching Kai, or is meant to teach Kai how not to be a pushover. And then
Yeah.
and I think that Kai is teaching Damon to have empathy for everybody.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
to like respect other people's talents and realize that they do bring value. And
Yeah.
so I think what is on top of that, I just think like when I think about the dynamics of them and them just as a couple, I go, oh yeah, I could see that, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I'm happy that and what is it? And Nefast clearly supports the relationship.
Yeah.
He's been making Paimon
Yeah.
art for years.
Uh-huh.
So what is it? So yeah, I'm really happy that it looks like it's having a promising future, and I think that is a relationship in the game that if it does blossom and it does become something bigger, that it'll do really great for the story.
Yes,
I think.
they
Yeah.
did.
I think it'll help.
There was even the sharing a bed trope.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
happy about that.
And what was it? There was one thing that caught my eye, and it was during one of the free time events. Damon, was it Kai says he's looking for his ring?
Yes, I was just thinking that. I've been thinking of it in my
Yeah.
head for like 5 minutes now. I'm like,
Yes, yeah. And so that one really caught my eye because he goes, he doesn't, because basically everyone else that he hangs out with, he's always like giving some kind of scolding remark to them.
Yeah, he's like
But when he-
roasting them in his head too,
Yeah.
like the whole time,
Yeah.
and just I'm like, damn, okay. But with
Yeah,
that
and-
one, oh,
Oh yeah, with Kai, it's like he's like, oh, I decided to like look like I was busy so that way I could like stick around. Like he doesn't do that with anyone else. Like he doesn't come up with an excuse to spend more time with people.
yeah.
And I was so I'm like, oh, the
Oh,
boy,
man.
Damon's got a crush.
he's the most tsundere person about that kind of thing too. I feel like
100%.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
he's just like, I don't like you, stupid. Like,
He would never reveal any true feelings of his.
but like literally, all Kyle had to do was like say please, and he was like, okay, fine, I'll help you look for it.
Folded
Yeah.
like a card. Oh, man.
He put up those puppy dog eyes
He
you're talking
did,
about.
Uh-huh.
he did though, he did though.
Uh-huh.
Damon,
Clings to
would
it.
you please mind helping me find my ring?
And it worked.
Help
it
me,
worked.
woo.
Woo, ring?
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I almost feel bad if they explore it a little bit and anything happens to Kyle, will burn the universe down.
I was already on that train, but
I know you were. Oh,
That's-
man.
Oh my gosh. I don't think like, oh, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about this after stream.
yeah.
Of course.
I have a theory, but I don't want to publicize it.
No, that's fair. We've done that so many
yeah.
times where it's like we have certain ideas and there's ones we just talk about afterwards. So
Yep.
it's like, we don't want to put too much out
Just
there
in
that may
case.
be too intrinsic of information, quote
Yeah.
unquote, or anything. But yeah. Oh man. Speaking of which, this has been probably our longest interview so far, but it's been so incredible.
Yes.
It felt like time's been flying on this one. But unless you have any other little stories, little anecdotes, or anything you have from your time that you want to share, we can go ahead and start wrapping things up. I don't know if you have any
think
funny
that's-
behind the scenes stories or anything like that
Oh gosh.
that you're able to share.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fair. Let's see. I will say what am I gonna say? I think goodness, I have something I want to say. I feel like it's making things moody, like for no reason.
No.
I really care about everyone on this team. I was talking to Juve, which is the co-director, after San Japan, and I had been walked up to a couple of times by some of the team members who basically went, hey, like, what are your thoughts on this in the next 5 years? And I'm like, oh, I think it's gonna be fantastic. And they're like, and some of the members were like, we're kind of worried. And I'm like, why is that? And they're like, because we don't know if after this project, if we're going to be able to stay in the industry. And so I was like, oh no. And so, I started thinking about that stuff, and so I ended up talking to Juve, and I was like, hey, like, I got a question for you. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, what happens in 5 years? And he goes, dude, that's a question I've been asking myself every single day. And so I was like, dude, I want to do this. Like, I want us all to succeed. Like, I want us all to be at the finish line. And he's like, dude, me too. But like, this is like a monumental task. We got to figure this out. And I was like, here's the thing. I don't know half of what you know about the gaming industry, but I know you know a lot. Would you be willing to teach me to see if I can help find a solution? And he's like, yeah, will start next week. And so Juve's been a really big teacher of mine, and something that's become kind of a mission for me with this project. It started off with like me wanting to do something fun, and then it turned into wanting to inspire fans and wanting to help people find things in themselves that they can achieve and find success in. And those things are all still true, but I think one of my biggest goals right now is I want to make sure everyone on this team is taken care of when this is over.
Mm-hmm.
And so that this is the first time I'm like openly talking about it, but that is something that has concerned me for some time now. And I know we're talking about a very, very happy thing, which Eden's Garden, it's doing so well.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure no one's left behind.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love
so
that.
Yeah.
I care about this team. I see everyone as a part of a big family. I love absolutely everyone on the team. And I just want to make sure everyone's okay. Which is probably cheesy as fuck. But no, like it that stuff does concern me, because we are working with everyone on this project is incredible, and it would break my heart if anyone was left behind. So I really want to work to make sure that doesn't happen. So,
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
I would say that's my final thing I want to say, because I've been very quiet on it for a long time, and a lot of this past year of me busting my ass since San Japan has been in pursuit of, I want to make sure I get to a position where I can start helping everybody.
No.
So, so that's the goal. that's the goal
so
right now.
Awesome. That is what I love that so much. That is wonderful. It's heartwarming. It's sweet.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I know, and I have talked to some people in private about it, and they're like, Dakota, like, that is not your responsibility. I'm like, I get it, but like, I get
Not
it, but
yet,
at the same time,
it isn't.
not yet. I'm gonna make it a
Said threateningly.
You can't tell me I'm not the boss. I'm the boss.
what is it? But no, what is it? I know that, and there are a lot of people on the team that I'm just like, I'm not worried about them. I think they're gonna do great. But I want to make sure everyone has that, because dude, that would suck to be left behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would suck if all of us went off to do these things and you're like one of the only ones that didn't. Like, I want to make sure everyone has a shot to keep going after this. So,
That's
Yeah.
so
it's a lot.
great.
Yeah, I am. I have monologued so much today. Sorry.
No,
Again,
we're
I'm
here
just
for
trying
it.
to end on a
Fine.
moody note, but
I think
that
it
is,
ends on a nice, sweet note where,
Yeah.
it shows, truly just how important everyone in the team is to everyone else, and just how wonderful the people are behind
real.
the scenes, and how human and great all of you are. I think it's wonderful, so don't you worry.
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Of course. We can go ahead
Yeah.
and wrap up on such a sweet little note as we see and can't wait for the future successes that everything brings towards you and everyone else.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad that we have such supportive people in the community like yourselves.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, y'all are incredibly friendly. I just want to speak on that real quick. That like,
Thank you.
like we absolutely are like adoring you two. You two are just so nice and
Yay.
so like
Thank you.
so open and so friendly. And yeah, we're gonna be playing
Oh.
Lethal Company here soon. I'm super excited about that.
Oh,
Speaking
man,
of which,
yeah.
Kev's right behind your duck.
He's been
lurking.
hovering for a while there.
The murder most foul. I don't
But-
trust that being behind your duck.
Maybe we're on the same team.
Oh no! No, don't
like,
join the
oh,
mess
God.
No, he's
squad.
Don't make
He's
me.
probably like,
You'll have me
he's
going for
probably
20 minutes, okay?
Yeah, no. Don't,
I've already gone off on that before on my own, but
ADHD is
oh
real.
my goodness.
The tangents.
Yeah.
It'll keep going.
Yeah, right.
It'll never end.
But I do think a little addition to you talking about us is like, when we were doing all this, we never
Yeah.
expected this.
No.
Literally, it all started from because we knew Snow previously.
Yeah.
And, she was just like, hey, when
'Cause
you're done with the game,
yeah, they
you
were
can,
watching our channel for a long
when you're done with the
time.
game, you want to do an interview? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then Snow came and was like, how about more?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
Wait, more? More?
It's like, hold on, I've got some people on speed dial here. Let me go into Treasure real quick and open up the
Let's
floodgates.
go.
And we were terrified. Like, heart racing, like, wait, we are going to talk to all these people that mean so much to us.
Yeah.
And it was, like, terrifying at first. But then everyone's just been so chill and friendly and
Just-
personable.
yeah.
And it's that reminder of, we're all just people here.
It's like, right,
we're all just people.
We're people.
Exactly.
And the way that you guys have treated it the same way with us of being like, there's no need to. It's like, hey, we're all chill, and it's just been so comforting and relaxing.
Yes.
But like, you know, it's just been perfect. Everything, you know, it's been such a joy to talk to everyone that we've been able to so far,
It's
and hopefully more
wild,
soon.
though.
It's wild.
Cause it's like, we play games and then we love them and then we like, you know, just consume content like any other person who enjoys stuff in a fandom. But
Yeah.
to interact with the literal cast of our literal favorite characters, no big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. It's just, it's fucking wild, dude. It's insane, and I still can't believe it. I still expect to wake up at some point, but I'm not so far. So that's pretty cool.
Well, this is not a dream. You're not. You won't. What is it? That will not be disappearing at any point. What is it? Something that my dad taught me when I was younger was, what is it? Time is the most valuable thing that you can give to someone. And so when someone is willing to give that to you, that is more valuable than any gift that they could ever give.
That's true. Wow.
And
yeah.
I know personally, I know a lot of the treasure people feel this too, and I know a lot of the project people feel this as well. Is that, you know, when people are willing to give us that time, if we can give that back, we want to, you know, and like channels like yours, like you guys have given us so much time and so much support, and you know, you not only did you play us, you put us on your channel to where other people could support us as well, and now that's more people that are seeing what we're doing, what we're bringing to the table, and that means a lot to us. We can't be here without people like you. So like, please know that you are helping us so much, and we appreciate it. And thank you both for being so kind and thoughtful of including us in your day.
Of course.
You know, thank you.
You know,
I'm
like
getting
being
all
able
mushy.
to. Yeah, now we're getting real sappy at the end of this one, because you know it's great to be able to be like, you know, because like we didn't have plans for anything. It just kind of evolved into this. But when it evolved into this, it's like, you know, I want to be able to, like, I know that voice actors get typical voice actor questions. I want to be able to, you know, because I know our audience tuning in, they're looking at the characters a lot, so I want to be able to focus and spend time on the characters, but also get to see behind the scenes of the person who is behind each person. And like, because I remember at first, Snow was like, "Do you want to do Team Treasure all at once?" And I was like, one day that's probably going to happen, but I want to be able.
But first,
But I want to be able to give everyone the space to talk about themselves and focus on themselves, be able to share their journey as well with the entire audience, and be able
like
to have everyone be able to get, you know, their time, and, you know, be able to promote, like at the end of this, I have you talking about where you people can find you and all your projects going on, because you have a lot of things going on now. But to be able to give back, because, you know, you guys create a project that has created support for us along with yourselves. So we want to give that back as well, and have everyone be able to get eyeballs that people may not have, you know, some people just see the game and may not have thought to go on to social media and find the voices and the people behind the games and everything. So to be able to have everyone discover, you know, not just more about their favorite character, but the people behind them. Oh, the duck's gone. Shit.
Oh no!
But to be able to help and, you know, have people discover who you are and be able to get their support behind you as well. We love being able to have the opportunity to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm sure, and everyone else here does too. And I definitely would say, I think I'm right in saying this, that y'all have definitely become friends of the project, and we're very thankful to have you in this community. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, the generosity means
Friendship.
the world, and it means a lot. Yeah, and and this will blossom into even a lot of cool stuff too. Where again, like the Lethal Company stuff. Like, we're about to go play some games together. It's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah.
We've been crazy.
Bro, if you had asked me anytime before this year that myself and Kevin/Tozu would be trolling the heck out of numerous other people in Lethal Company, I would have never believed you, especially
Snow
you.
And
Oh man, but
like what?
Yeah, and just
life's
how
crazy like that.
It
Yeah,
is.
and like I didn't expect our interviews to be like, okay, thank you so much, and bye bye,
and then just never
for
again.
people to be like, hey, yo, what's up? You want to play games? And I'm like, what?
It's like, really? Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
It's God, like Sabrina too. Like she's also going to hear from us later because we're going shopping later and we want to try chocolate soda. Because
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, she that is like I think that is brought up in conversation at least once every other time I've talked to her.
She's certainly obsessed with it.
Yes. So now we told her we would try it. We have to try it now.
I still have yet to try it myself too. So what is that?
And then there's the whole deal that if her interview hits 10,000 views, I'm gonna do the chocolate on pizza thing, all because of the bit that she did.
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember that. Her saying that she puts chocolate syrup on pizza. I doubt Sabrina does that. 100%.
Yeah, I hope
I
not.
think Sabrina. Oh my gosh! I think Sabrina would be like, Dakota, please don't ever let me do that. but if you got it from Cassidy though, what is it? Let us know how it is, and if it ends up actually just being super good, I'm sure we will all try it as well.
Because like that, it might be one of those things where it's actually good, and you're just like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait, this shouldn't work.
This is illegal.
Yeah, this is a food crime.
Oh man. Well, with all of that, we can go ahead and wrap up now.
Yeah.
Would you like to go ahead and tell the people where they can find you or what you're working on or involved with right now?
Yes, plug things.
Absolutely. So you can hear me. So you can find me on Twitter as Tarquin, TARQUIN _Arusa, IRUSA. That is an old. So Tarquin was my old photography nickname, and then
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, and then I made it into a full name as a name, and then Arusa at the end. In Brawlhalla, I used to be in a Surrey main, so I just put a Surrey's name backwards. Yeah.
Oh man.
So there's that. As far as things you can hear me in, Project Eden's Garden is Kai Monteago. You can hear me in Sly Cooper, Rise of the Legendary Thief as Sly Cooper. The episodes aren't out yet, but we have a lot of promotional material out. What is it? I am now in my first one of my first main cast roles in an anime.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it is my first main cast role in an anime. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
You're good.
What is it? I play Lola Splendor in I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time.
Yes. Just watched that yesterday, the first episode. It's so good.
Thank you
go
so
watch
much
it.
for supporting.
Everybody, go watch it right now.
On Crunchyroll.
Yeah, go watch it.
It's such a great laugh. I love it. It's such a goofy show, but also like I wasn't expecting it to like. Because when you watch a lot of comedy anime, you go, haha, like it's really funny. Mm-hmm. But I was like really invested in the universe. I was like, oh wow, like damn, this is great. So, what is it? So there's that. I'm also in Trillion Game, which was my first anime I've ever been in as Nanamori. I am also in the Osan Adventurer. I'm in Demon Lore 2099. I am in. And I think a bunch of stuff I can't talk about. And then what else am I doing? Gosh, so much. I'm in Calabria and the Souls of Limbo, which is a game that's coming out for Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
And also on Steam. I am playing the main antagonist and one of the main characters in Atomic Owl. We were in the Winter's Game Expo this year, and we ended up winning the most. Basically, a bunch of viewers got to vote on which game they were the most interested in seeing out of 50 games, and ours ended up winning.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's see. There's more, but I'm forgetting.
It's good. Everyone will find out more when they follow you and you announce all of your roles as they come forward.
Yay! I'm excited.
Go follow him right now. Go right now.
Yep, all links will be in the description below.
In the description, you don't have an excuse. Just click on it. Go right now.
Exactly. So thank you once again, Dakota, for taking some wonderful time out of your day to come have a chat with us. It has been wonderful. It's been so much fun.
I am sure this will be the start of a very beautiful friendship. So it's been an absolute blast getting to meet you in this setting, and I'm hoping that I know for sure we will be talking a lot more soon. So
yay!
Let's go.
Oh man, I'm getting all
okay.
Non-professional. I'm professional.
Yeah, we're professionals. We're professionals.
Professionals in this video. I'm professional.
Do it right. Do it by the script. We do it to our best.